Hi. The second part of my individual differences essay is the section on the teachers who have influenced and contributed to my learning. And this got me really excited thinking back to teachers that I like to hope that I emulate and teachers that I know influenced me greatly. And the three that I came up with were my sixth grade teacher, Mr. Hess, who put me in charge of his imaginary village that our school had become. And it was called Hesseville. And because I was the student council president, I was allowed to be the mayor of Hesseville. And it was my job to make sure that all the other students um, worked at their jobs and did the work around the classroom. And it was just quite a formative experience for me. Um, as I see now, it took an awful lot of faith in me by Mr. Hess to allow me to be in charge. The second one was my histology teacher, Mrs. Barb Atkinson, um, who gave us a project at the beginning of the year and told us that these were our goals and that after our dissection of a frog, we were going to have to make this portfolio of tissues. And that was a really exciting project for me. You know, one of those, the teacher tells you what to do and then step out of the way and they'll be there to advise you. But we did all the work ourselves and in the end came up with the portfolio. Um, the third one was probably the most influential. My 10th and 11th grade anatomy and physiology and biology teacher, Mr. Dave Smith, who then became my mentor as my anatomy and teacher, who also had the idea of presenting students with portfolios that you needed to accomplish by the end of the marking period. And he provided all the necessary items and then told us what we were responsible for doing. And I, to this day, still teach my class the way he did because that's what really excited me to have a teacher who believed in me and gave me a job to do and then stepped out of the way and let me do that. Um, the teachers who least affected me, the ones who probably discouraged me the most, were the teachers who had all the answers, the ones who stood in the front of the class and taught like they were the only people who knew all the facts. And I had social studies teachers, geography teachers, and in my in-service classes at school, you know, the teaching instructors who really don't know much about me, but try to tell me how to be a better teacher without knowing any of the situations. Those are the kind of teachers that least appeal to me and probably have influenced me the least. So this was very helpful thinking about the ones that influenced me the most and the least. And I hope you benefited from it.